Hello everyone, welcome to the series of arrays, and in today's concept we are going to learn how to write a program to find out the saddle point of a matrix in Java. So now we will understand what is the saddle point in a matrix and how to find the saddle point of a matrix through a program. See, first of all we should know what is a saddle point. An element present in the matrix, as given here are so many elements. If we can see, we have overall 9 elements present in our matrix. So any element or an element is called as the saddle point, which is the smallest in its row and the largest in its column. For example, 6. Is 6 smaller in its row? No. Next, which is the smaller one? 9. Is 9 the smaller? No. 2. Is 2 the smaller? Yes. But if 2 is smaller in its row, is 2 largest in its column? No. Therefore, 2 is not a saddle point. Let us move on to the next element. 6. 6 is not the smaller one. 3. 3 is not the smaller one. 1. 1 is the smaller one in its row, but 1 is not the largest one in its column. Therefore, 1 is also not the saddle point. Next, 9. 9 is not the smaller one. 7. 7 is the smallest one in its row, correct? And if we can notice, 7 is the largest element in its column. Therefore, we can say that 7 is the saddle point. Why? Because 7 is the smallest in the row and largest in its column. Let us find, do we have any other saddle point in our matrix? Talk about 8. Is 8 the smallest? No. 2. 2 the smallest in its row? Yes, but 2 is not the largest one. 4. 4 is not the smallest one. 5. 5 is also not the smallest one. Therefore, it is very clear that only 7 is one of the element which is smallest in its row and largest in its column. Now, how we are going to find that out? That's important. For that, because we have to iterate the two-dimensional array, therefore I have to take 2 values, that is I for the row and then j for the column, right? Now, what we will do, I will take I as 0 and j and as 0. Now, if we are talking about this, it means we are talking about, if it is the matrix A, that is, we are talking about A of ij, right? Now, what we will do, please make a note over here. I will take some of the variables. Let me just arrange it over here, okay? Now, I will take some of the variables. So, for example, I am taking a variable called as column maximum element and row minimum element, because we have to find out the maximum element present in the column and minimum element present in the row, right? Now, what will we do? I will take one more variable called as k and I will initialize it to 0. In the initial phase, I will take both of these values as true. Okay, now the condition which I am going to write out is very important, because we have to find is a particular element minimum in its row and maximum in its column. So for that I have taken the for loop, the k loop. Why? Because I and j will only allow us to access the elements and k will be used to check out if a particular element is minimum in its row and maximum in its column or not. How am I going to do that? Let's just find it out. Firstly, I will write a condition if A of, I will write it over here, okay, because I have to write the generalized statement over here. So I will write if A of 0, 0 is greater than A of 0, 0. Okay, this is my condition. That is, I'm talking about the element itself. Is it greater than itself? No. False. Next, let k be equal to 1. Again, it means A of 0, 0 is greater than A of 0, 1. Can you check now? A of 0, 0, it means I am talking about this element. I am comparing this element with 0, 1. Now I am comparing this element 6 with the element 3. Now, okay, so can we just, is it greater than this element? Yes. That means 6 is greater than 3. That is true, right? If you can notice, if the value is true, this element is greater than this element. This is true. But we have to find out the minimum element. Correct? If it is greater than this, it means keep this, turn this to false. Because it was the true condition. Therefore, this will turn out to be false now. I'll delete this. Now again check. Now there are two things. I will check the row minimum as well, and I will check the element if it is maximum in its column as well. Please make a note over here. Okay. So therefore, what I will check now, I will check another condition over here. Let me just write it over here. This is for checking out the rows, and this is for the columns. So I will write it over here. If, because it has already checked that it is greater than this, right? So it will now check if A of 0, 0 is less than A of 1, 0. A of 0, 0, is it smaller than this? Yes, it is. Correct? 6 is smaller than 9 and 6 is largest than 3. Correct? So it means it will also turn out to be false for now. Done? Because here A of 0, 0 is greater than A of 3. That is 6 is greater than 3. This is true. And here 6 is nine. So that is true, right? So in both of these, if both of these conditions are true, that means we have turned on them to be, the values have been changed up to false. Now again, we will check. Both of them are false for now. So again we will check. We will increment the counter value of k to 2. Right? Now, if k value is 2, we will again check. A of, let me just generalize it so that it will become easy for us. So for the row, I am checking ij is greater than A of ik. And similarly for column, I will be checking if ij is lesser than A of kj. Now, for the second term, I is 0, A of I is 0, and j is also 0 right now, is greater than A of 0 and k is 2. It means we are asking for the concept of A of 0, 0 to A of 0, 2. This 6 is greater than 1. That is true. If it is true, make it false. Right? Now, in the similar way over here, A of 0, 0 is lesser than A of it means we are talking about a of 0, 0 is smaller than 2, 0. Is it smaller than 2, 0? No. Therefore, this will remain true. Correct? So now this will not get false right now. Sorry, this will remain false. The value will not get changed. The older value was already false. The older value was false, right? So now this will remain false again. It means this is not working correct. Now coming back again, now we have to shift the value of j because we have already turned down to the last place. So it means the 6 value is not turned true for any of the values. It has turned false all the time. Now coming back to the next. Coming back, now I will increment the value of j. See, I remains 0 and j becomes 1 this time, right? So we are talking about the element 0, 1. Which is the 0, 1 element? This element we are talking about. I will just color it up with some other color so that we get to know that we are talking about this element. So again check both of these values. I will turn them up to true. Now we will turn them to false if the conditions become true, right? Now again the k value becomes 0 and we are now talking about a of 0, 1 if it is greater than a of 0, 0. That means 0, 1. This I'm checking it out with this. Is it greater than this? No. The condition is false. Okay. So because the condition is not true, it means the value will remain true again. Correct? Now check the second condition. If a of 0, 1 is smaller than a of 0, 1. It means we are checking the element by itself. So this is also not true. So the condition will remain true over here. Making the k value 1. Now a of 0, 1 is greater than a of I value is 0 and k value is 1. 0, 1 means this value, is it greater than 0, 1? Which one is 0, 1? 0, 1 and the k value is 0, 1. Okay. Is it greater than this value? No. Again it will remain true. Now come over here. A of 0, 1 is it less than a of 1, 1? Check now. 0, 1, it means this value, is it smaller than 1, 1? Which is the 1, 1 value? This value, right? So this is true. It will become false now. Correct? So if it is false, now increment the value of k to 2. Check again. If a of 0, 1 is greater than a of 0, what is the value of k? K value is 2. And here also check a of 0, 1 is smaller than a of k value is 2 and j value is 1. Now check a of 0, 1. 0, 1, it means 3 is greater than 1. This is true, so the value will now become false, right? Check for this. A of 0, 1. 0, 1, it means 3 is smaller than 2, 1. 2, 1 is this. Is 3 smaller than 4? Yes. So this will also become false for now. Correct? Now, both of these terms are false. We have to write the condition. If column max and Roman both are true, then only we will print the element. Now, both of these values become false and we have reached to the end of the loop for here k as well. Now we have to talk about the next element, that is 1. Well, I will tell you that this will also turn up to false. I will simply turn up to 7 now, just to make sure that will that work or not. Well, because by viewing it, that is correct. So if that is the condition, it means I should be equal to 1 and j should be equal to 1 as well, right? It means we are talking about the element a of 1, 1. Both of these conditions will become true. K is true now. So we will check the first condition, a of 1, 1 is greater than a of 1, 0. And the second condition, a of 1, 1 is lesser than a of 0, 1. Let me just check the conditions. A of 1, 1, it means 7 is greater than 1, 0. Is it condition true? No, this is false condition, right? This is not true. So the value will not get changed because the condition is not true. Check the second condition, a of 1, 1. A of 1, 1, is it smaller than 0, 1? Is it smaller than 0, 1, which is the 0, 1, 3? Is it smaller than this? No. Therefore, the condition will not get false. The condition will remain true. Check for second iteration. A of 1, 1 is greater than a of 1, 1 this time, and a of 1, 1 is smaller than a of 1, 1. Both of the values same. A of 1, 1, that means this value. Is this greater than the same value? No. Is this smaller than the same value? No. Therefore, here also the value will remain true, like in the above condition. They will remain true. Now, check again. A of 1, 1 is greater than a of 1, 2. For the second condition, a of 1, 1 is smaller than a of 2, 1. Check. If a of 1, 1 is greater than a of 1, 2, is it greater than this? No. Correct? This is not greater than 8, 1, 2. So this will not become true, and the value will not get up to false because the condition is not true. Now the second condition, a of 1, 1 is smaller than, is it smaller than 2, 1? No. Therefore, this will also be the same value true. It means all of the conditions are true. So we can say if the row max and the column max, the row min and the column max, if both of them are true, it means that is going to be the saddle point. See, if you can see, here the values were false, here the values turned out to be false, and similarly the other, if we will check for the other values as well, they will also turn out to be false. But here the values are not turned false because these are the true values, and therefore it is a saddle point. Hope you guys got up the logic. Let us now move on to the coding section. So here I will take an array, a array. So I will take up the same array for now. That was, I guess, 6, 3, 1, 9, 7 and 8, and in the last we were having 2, 4 and 5. So I will take the for loop first, and then I will take the second for loop. I will take two variables, column max is equal to true and row min is equal to true. If a of ij is greater than a of I, k I have written, then it means turn the row min to false. Similarly, if a of ij is lesser than a of kj, then turn the column max to be false. First check these conditions. ij greater than ik. Ij greater than ik and ij lesser than kj. Okay. And I will write if column max and then print out ij. I hope this will work. That is true. So this is how we will find out the saddle point. Hope you guys understand the concept. Thank you very much.